A student section that rallies behind this mysterious mask has raised questions of where did it come from. So much history through the back roads and cornfields separate these two programs. It's IU Purdue. Spin cycle, layup, 60-58 Indiana. Well, the Yankees prayed for it and they got it. They got that spark from that hit from Volpe's grand slam. Freddie Freeman, 3 words, expect anything different. Hits a 2-run home run to right field, 2-0 Dodgers. Indiana University, 5 national championships, is considered a blue blood. However, 37 years without hoisting the national championship trophy has destroyed that narrative. IU is in a position they've seen before, looking for a new head coach. But wait, that's not all. 4 nations face off: Sweden, Finland, United States, and Canada. We've got United States versus Canada today. The big matchup that they've been talking about all this time has finally came to Montreal. Let's take you out there and see the highlights. Scoreless in the first period, Drew Doughty on the wing passes ahead to Connor McDavid, and he scores with the backhander. Canada takes a 1-0 lead here in the first. This is Super Bowl 59. Whether you watch the actual game or were interested in the commercials or the halftime show, you're in company with 127.7 million viewers across all platforms. Thanks, guys. We have a very packed weekend ahead of us for athletics. Let's get started. Kicking things off on Friday, baseball will begin their weekend series against Southern California at 6 p.m. at Bart Kaufman Field. Softball will take 18th ranked Ohio State in a weekend series in Columbus. For men's tennis, they will head to Madison, Wisconsin to face the Badgers on Friday, followed by a trip to Lincoln on Sunday to face the Cornhuskers. Women's tennis will head out west for a date with the Oregon Ducks on Friday, and then to Seattle Sunday to take on Washington. Track and field will head south to Baton Rouge to face off in the Battle of the Bayou meet. And lastly, men's swimming and diving will compete in the Swimming and Diving Championship in Federal Way, Washington. That's all for Candy Stripe Calendar. Back to you guys at the desk. Indiana University, 5 national championships, is considered a blue blood. However, 37 years without hoisting the national championship trophy has destroyed that narrative. IU is in a position they've seen before, looking for a new head coach. Here's a brief list of candidates that IU should target this offseason. Number 1 is Bruce Pearl, a respected coach with high energy and motivation. Players play hard for him at Auburn. That will translate to Indiana. Has had interest in the job for a while, but there are 2 downsides. His age is concerning and has had great success the past 2 seasons at Auburn, resulting in him possibly staying at Auburn. Number 2 is Mick Cronin, is a hothead.
I'm upset with everybody in that locker room, my assistant coaches and my players.
Record in first year in Big Ten is up and down, but not horrible. Number 3 is Billy Donovan, an experienced head coach in college basketball, 2 national championship coach. Went to the tournament 14 out of the 19 years he was at Florida.
But when they're doing that, if you think about this, as he's coming up and they're creating this confusion, where is the next help on this play?
Number 4 is Greg McDermott. Has made the tournament 9 times in 14 years as the coach at Creighton.
That's it, Mace! Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it! Good, play D now, let's go! Same thing as last time, same thing as last time.
Mike Woodson will finish the rest of the season as head coach, and the hunt for a new head coach will begin here soon, if it hasn't already. I'm Dylan Dreiman in Bloomington, IUS TV News. You see him and maybe know him at every game.
My name is Daniel Trauberman, and I'm the Chicken Man.
Daniel Trauberman has been going to all the men's and women's basketball games with a chicken mask on since 2022.
UNC really was the start, and that women's basketball game the day after, sort of like it was solidified it a bit more, but people really enjoyed it, so I just kept wearing it to games.
His constant support for men's basketball didn't go unnoticed. His constant support rewarded him with a new opportunity to experience the games in the South Bleacher student section.
The head of marketing, I forget his name, he approached me, he was like, hey, we're going to have this opportunity for next year for fans that come to every game, and we want you to be a part of it. We always notice you're out here.
I'm mic'd up.
The next stop after that was simply getting loud.
If he needs to, he's getting angry. He's going after players. Are you kidding me?
And the motivation for him was the historic past.
I mean, the passion comes from our history.
And Indiana, with a tremendous second half, is the national champion.
Indiana will be champion. Indiana wins the championship.
A student section that rallies behind this mysterious mask has raised questions of where did it come from. Well, the answer might just shock all of us.
The Hoosiers. When I was a kid, I was in this competition called Odyssey of the Mind, or OM. Basically, you just create like a set, and you run like a little theater production for about 8 minutes. But in the sort of lobby of all these things, right, they had this little store with all these like little goofy masks or like rubber ducks and kind of stuff you could get. And they had this. So I got this when I was in the 4th grade.
But before he got to campus, his sister suggested he take the mask. Yes, that mask. The mask that made him the icon around Bloomington he is today.
When I was packing for my freshman year, she was like, you got to bring some like goofy hats and stuff because you never know when you're going to need them. And I didn't wear it my freshman year, but going into my sophomore year, we had the UNC whiteout game, and then I wore it again to the women's game the day after, and people enjoyed it, so I just kept it.
And the goal of wearing the chicken mask for Daniel was?
I definitely wanted to have people dress up alongside me, and it's always more fun with more characters in the crowd.
And well, they did.
People are dressing up, and I think we even saw it at the end of last season. There were games where people dressed up in full jumpsuits.
Yeah, the Chicken Man definitely influenced my decision to dress up at the Penn State game, and I think he's influenced other people because I've seen other people dressed up. But yeah, I dressed up in my pink pig costume with my friends.
The reason he decided to wear the crazy mask relates back to the fans.
Fans are crazy, and it's sort of like a thing that's been accepted.
In making a difference, Daniel believes he's a big part of sparking noise on game days.
But I'd like to say I 1 out of 17,000 right up there. I think I make a difference.
He's definitely a big figure in the student section.
Little did he know his passion would be recognized.
This past game for Purdue, I think it was a CBS broadcast. They had the camera guy right up in front of me. And I've had a couple in the past for Big Ten that'll be like, hey, I'm going to put you on today. I'm like, man, you don't got to do all that.
I'll tell my parents, I'm next to the guy with the chicken mask.
With no declared IU mascot, you can find one in the first row.
If IU has a mascot right now, it is Daniel in the chicken mask.
And for students in the student section, they declare him as...
He's the man. He's just the guy. Every game, he's always there, front row. You can count on it.
In the Hoosier State, Indiana basketball.
It really means more, right? It's Indiana.
For IU Sports Media, I'm Dylan Dreiman. With Sam McWilliams being 4th best scoring average in IU Indy golf history, he reflects on what he has done to get to that point.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. I'm very grateful for it. It's cool to know. Hard work, it's a lot of dedication, a lot of long practices and stuff.
His life changed drastically when he suffered a wrist tendonitis injury, but it revealed something much more serious.
It was definitely a hard time for me. At the end of the sophomore season, I really almost couldn't play anymore just because it hurt so bad to hit the ball. It was hard because when golf's such a big part of your identity and you have to set it aside for a while, it feels very weird. It was a crazy time, that beginning of junior year. And I had started not feeling well kind of middle of my sophomore year, kind of just general not feeling well. So I started seeing this doctor, and I had some blood tests and other tests run, which led to the discovery that I had all this inflammation in my body, and they didn't know exactly where it was coming from. So I had to actually go have a couple colonoscopies, and that led to me being diagnosed with Crohn's. And it was hard, on myself and on my family, because you think you're young and healthy, and all of a sudden you get diagnosed with a disease like that.
Crohn's disease is no joke, but what helped Sam through it all was his roommate and best friend, Morgan, who also happened to be diagnosed with ulcerative colitis at the age of 18. And well, that has grown their friendship even bigger.
My roommate, he's on the team as well. He had ulcerative colitis when he was 18, so having a friend that has gone through the same thing as me was like super helpful to not feel alone. It's really hard to understand what someone's going through unless you've gone through it yourself, you know? Really hard to put yourself in those shoes. So, I mean, we talk about things most people can't talk about to each other when you've dealt with like diseases like that before.
Yeah.
He went through it kind of before his freshman year of college and me 3 years after. So I just knew anything I was going through, he's probably dealt with before, and to have someone like that to talk to was just awesome.
Sam McWilliams has recovered both physically and mentally from Crohn's disease, and one of the first tournaments that he will be able to showcase his game will be at the Hoosier Collegiate Invitational at the Foul Course at Indiana University. This season, Sam focuses on bringing the Horizon League Championship back to IU Indy, as well as improving his stats as a IU Indy golfer. I'm Dylan Dreiman, Indiana Collegiate Sports.